Hello, this is Jason P. Wilson Zero in X-Force, and it is July 31st, 2012, and these are my independent comic pull lists and reviews for all the independents that I've picked up since my last posting. It's been a little while, but I'm doing 3 big postings of all the comics I've picked up and read since. So here, first up for my independents is the much anticipated 100th issue of The Walking Dead, and these are 2 different covers of the same comic. There were many different types of covers. I didn't want to pick them all up. I mean, it's still $3.99 a piece, but these are 2 of my favorites, so I picked these up. Now, I don't do a lot of reviewing of Walking Dead, and mainly because I read them at a trade, but once I got caught up, I started picking up singles. But I do like reading them in a trade, mainly because I hate waiting for each issue. So I kind of like to not be caught up on the singles and just pick up the trades. So I don't do a lot of reviews, but I did want to do a review of this. Story-wise, it's basically on the Fear story arc, and it was a really good issue. And it's really hard to talk Walking Dead without giving huge spoilers. So as always, Walking Dead is extremely well done. Great writing and perfect artwork for the story. And but I really like to show just 2 of my favorite covers. Like I said, there's a lot of covers out there, and I really love the this one here. One of our favorite rogue bad guy hero types, who was of course killed a while back, and shows him zombie style and putting Rick's name on Laurie's grave. That's pretty awesome. But then I also like this other one with 2 of my favorite characters, Rick, and of course she's almost everyone's favorite character, together with surrounded by zombies. Pretty awesome silhouette there. Again, there's a lot of really great covers. I really recommend everyone to go out there and pick up a couple of them. Even if you don't pick up Walking Dead in singles, picking up the 100th issue is a great way to celebrate one of the best comics out there. Walking Dead, highly recommended. Go pick up a couple covers. And next up is another one of my favorite issues, and that is Danger Club. Danger Club is it's got a lot of buzz for people to actually read comics, but for those people who don't really follow comics, it might be off your radar, and this is definitely one that should be on your radar. Danger Club is basically, all these young superhero teams, like the Avengers have a young team, X-Men have a young team. We have all sorts of young hero types, but Image hasn't done too much of that. They've done miniseries, but they haven't done a lot of ongoings. This is a great young hero team ongoing series. I was going to sit here and explain Danger Club, but what I think I'll do is do an individual video all about it. That way people who don't want it to have spoilers can avoid some major spoilers. Because I'm sure this is going to be one of those that a lot of people pick up on trade when the first trade comes out. And so much has happened here in the first 3 issues that I could talk about the story and really give away some of the best things about it. And for me personally, when I don't know much about anything about a comic and sit down and read it, that's when I have a jewel. It's the most enjoyable, and this is definitely a jewel. It is one of Image's best new series and has potential to be one of their best series that they've ever produced. Danger Club is a major recommendation from me. Absolutely go pick this up. And next up, from Icon. Now, Icon, of course, is Marvel, but I always put Icon in with my independents because that's pretty much what Icon is representing for Marvel. They're independent type comic books. So, Hurt Girl, this is issues number 1 and 2, and I've been extremely pleased. I really enjoyed Kick-Ass 2, but so far I'm enjoying Hit Girl 2 more. I'm judging by the first 2 issues. The first 2 issues of Kick-Ass versus the first Kick-Ass 2, versus the 2 issues of Hit Girl. So far, at this point in the story, I am enjoying Hit Girl more. I really was looking forward to this, and I am not disappointed. It's actually been coming out pretty decently, not super quick, but quick enough. Of course, that could change any minute, just like at first Kick-Ass 2 came out pretty quick, and then it took a while to end it. But so far, so good. Everything that you were expecting from Hit Girl is in here. The character development is working. This might be one that a lot of people would prefer to pick up on trade, but I'm picking up the singles. Definitely a strong recommendation to pick up the series issues 1 and 2 of Hit Girl. Alright. And next up here are 2 comics of no relation. And basically, these are 2 comics that I definitely would recommend picking up, though I probably won't be picking these up anymore. My favorite of these 2 is Mind the Gap. This is issue number 2, and of these 2, this might be the one I keep on picking up. It's definitely a great value. You're getting a lot of comic book for your money. It's high quality artwork, many pages more than your average comic. You're getting a lot of story and no advertisements, well, minimal advertisements. And this is not a superhero book. This is a mind... I guess the best way to describe this is a mind trip. This is definitely for those readers that want something different. But the beautiful thing about this is that it has some of the best artwork out there in any of the comics. And it's beautiful artwork. The story itself is pretty engaging. It's one of those comics that's fun to go back and read again. So I think I might pick these up. It's not in my saver anymore, but I will keep my eye out for it. Unfortunately, this is one of those comics, if it's not in your saver, it might be hard to get, because they kind of order it for you. My comics are anyway. I rarely see any extra. The other one here is Harbringer, and the second issue is already out. I did not pick it up. I just want to say that I think it's... the first issue was good. But me personally, I'll wait and pick it up on trade. It's definitely a comic that I think is one of those, like, alright, do I want to pick this up and add to my ongoing monthly bill, or am I just going to wait and, get it on Amazon for a discounted price when it comes out on trade? And for me, Harbringer, as excellent as the first episode was, or issue was, it's definitely one for me that's will wait for trade. Now, Mind the Gap is another one of those that is probably a wait till trade for me. The only reason I might keep on picking up is because I already have 2 issues, and you get so much in an issue, unlike Harbringer, which you get a lot less. That for me, the value-wise, Mind the Gap is a better value. But definitely, if you're interested in any of these story types, they're definitely good comics. And last but not least is a comic I did discontinue from my saver. But basically, the last time I reviewed this, I reviewed the annual, and that was good. But I was saying I was dropping it, and I did. It's not in my saver anymore. But the reason I ended up picking up issues 5 and 6 is it's the end of the first story arc. So I was like, I already went this far. I might as well get the last 2 issues and have a complete first story arc of Lord of the Jungle. Then I can truly give it a recommendation or not, depending on the complete first story arc. Alright, so first up, I thought it was very good. I thought the storytelling was very good. I was more interested in Lord of the Jungle when they were in the jungle, and I was much less interested in it when they were in London, England. And basically, that's still the way I feel about it. And it wrapped up here in issue number 6, and I thought it was a decent wrap up, but they kind of left things a little untied up kind of for the next issue, which I'm not picking up. Again, if they would have kept Tarzan the entire time in the jungle, I would have very much been enjoying this comic. I still enjoy it. It's just not one of those comics I need to pick up. The artwork was great on the covers, was okay in the comic. It wasn't the best. It seemed a little messy sometimes, but I know that was the style they were going for. So for that, I'll give it a break. But the best thing about Lord of the Jungle is the writing. It's of course based on the novel. So they it's pretty much the novel, but they take a lot of creative license, change things up a bit. But if you're going to change things up a bit, give me a lot more Tarzan in the jungle. I want to see him doing the things that are on these covers, not necessarily with pants and a shirt, and with Jane in the city. So we've been getting a lot of that, and it was kind of an unclimactic ending. I didn't really like the climax very much. I will keep my eye out for Lord of the Jungle. If they end up putting them back in the jungle and having a lot of fun with Tarzan's adventures, then I might be picking this back up. I want to love this book. Instead, I just like it. It's a mild recommendation for me. I think at this point, pick up the first trade when it comes out, and then decide if you want to continue reading. But here's to hoping Lord of the Jungle gets Tarzan back in the jungle. And with that said, those are my independent comic poll lists and reviews. I'm curious, guys. I want to know which independents you've been picking up. I would love to hear what you guys think about Lord of the Jungle, especially now that the first story arc is over, and any of these other new series that I've picked up that I decided not to continue on. And with that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.